But yeah, man, welcome back to the Snake Trap Sessions. I am so excited to be back. Spraying them down. Oh yeah. Gotta spray down the emeralds really good this time of year. What's up, Bobby? Bobby has a little bit of stuck shed on his back right there, as you can see. I'm gonna help him out with that in just a second. But yep, you gotta make sure these emeralds get sprayed down really good this time of year. Humidity's dry as hell, so you gotta make sure that these stay extra moisty, you feel me? So I'm spraying these emeralds almost every day versus once every 3 days, just to make sure everything's good. Make sure it's all wet. Wet Bobby. Alright, what is good, YouTube? I'm in my living room right now. I keep a couple emeralds in the living room. Some of the designers here, like Bobby and Elvira. Bobby, Elvira, she's about 2 years old, pushing through, getting up to adulthood. Almost lazy ass. He's not even supposed to be on the couch. What are you doing on the couch? Come here. Say hi to everybody. Come here. Come here. Don't act all shy. Love and joy right here. Here comes the other one. It's non-stop. You guys love dogs? Any dog lovers out there? Because I really love dogs. But all right, guys, back up. All right, guys. What is good, everybody? And I'm gonna go outside here real quick. Put my shades on. You know me. Gotta have my shades on, right? All right, here we are. What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another session of the Snake Trap Session. Yeah, man, it feels good to be back from Oakland. Took a few days to go to see the Oakland Raiders play against the Chargers. We got the W, of course. Go Raiders all day, every day. That's what I'm talking about. Second time I went to an Oakland Raider game, it's the Chargers, and we beat them. Man, Chargers are whack team. I would hate to be a Charger fan. No offense. But let's go. Moving forward. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is MJ. Today's episode, kind of want to talk a little bit. A couple things, okay? I want to talk about how the snake game saved me. How did the snake game save MJ, okay? How did MJ get introduced to the snake game? How did the snake game come across into my life, period? How did I get myself into where I'm at? Kind of want to break that down for you guys, okay? We'll start from the top and all that good stuff. And then I also have a really cool new giveaway announcement. Okay, so we're gonna go and give you some information on the next giveaway that we're gonna do, and I'm gonna show you what the giveaway is gonna be. I'm pretty excited. It's definitely not gonna be no hatchling, I'll tell you that much. This snake is pretty much ready to go. So we'll get to that in a second. Let's head inside the snake trap. Let's get this convo started, and then let's see what this new giveaway is all about. Let's see what snake I'm gonna be giving away when we hit 1,000 subscribers. Let's roll. What? Here I go again. What's my weakness? Damn! Okay, now chillin'. I'm just kidding. Salt and pepper, man. You guys remember salt and pepper? Classic. Here we are inside the snake trap. If you guys' first time, this is the snake trap. This is where it all goes down. Like I said, episode 17, guys. We're gonna talk about how did the snake game save MJ? How? Let's take it back, right? So for you who joined the Reptiles Unplugged interview I did, I kind of explained how reptiles got brought into my life to begin with, right? Some of you kind of know how reptiles are just introduced to my life, period, right? So it goes all the way back to when I was a real young kid. I had family members who had a bunch of cool snakes, really cool exotic animals, period. I got accustomed to, which, led into an obsession, and I always wanted to have, any kind of animals. I loved animals, period, especially snakes. Snakes were that was my thing, right? From when I was 6 years old all the way to, let's just say 20 years old, right? I always kept some sort of a snake, if it was a ball python or a boa. But those were only the two species I ever kept. I had dreams of keeping, really cool snakes that I thought I would never keep. 20 years old is when I parted ways with my boa constrictor. that was about 12.5 feet. It was a really, really big snake. The snake was massive, okay? I ended up adopting it from a coworker of mine at that time, who basically took in the snake and, you know, was starting to get big, and I just fell in love with it, and I saw how nice it was and how docile it was, so I took it in, and then sure enough, this thing grew to 12.5 feet. Really, really beautiful boa constrictor, right? So I eventually met somebody who had a male boa, a guy I went to high school with, Ben Milton. What's up, Ben? So my buddy Ben lived next door to me at that time, and I had plans on moving out, and where I was moving to, I could not keep the snake. It was like a no snake zone. I could not keep it. And on top of that, I just wasn't really prepared to feed a 12.5 foot snake all the time. You know what I mean? I just, you know, say what you want, but this guy, or this hard ass right here, has a heart, okay? So I got tired of feeding it rabbits. I didn't want to feed it jumbo rats at the time. I didn't know anything about frozen thawed back in the day, so I was just overfeeding it. I was like, look, this thing's 12.5 feet. You know, I'm 21 years old, 20 years old, and I just want to party, you know? I don't want to have responsibilities. So basically, I was really heavy in the music scene, about 21 years old. Started going out and getting a lot of gigs and DJing a lot, right? So basically, I parted ways with that snake, ended up giving it to my buddy Ben Milton, left it at his house, and he ended up trying to breeding it with his male. You know, unfortunately did it, you know, nobody's perfect, right? So, you know, I was kind of concerned that Ben wasn't going to want to take in this 12.5 foot female boa constrictor, so my dick-headed ass went ahead and just set him up. He had the female because, like I said, we were trying to get him to breed, and he had a good-sized tank as it was. I didn't have a good-sized tank. Not an excuse, but either way, Ben didn't really know I was moving, or he did, he just didn't know when. But basically, I jumped ship, went to go move to my new place, and left the, you know, female with Ben, my neighbor, and that was that. Okay, to speed up to, let's see, 11 years later, okay, about 10 years later, I'm 31 years old. 31 years old, okay? I hit a breaking point in my life. Really trying to, you know, become somebody as far as in the DJ scene. You know, I was trying to be, you know, make a career out of it. I wanted to get signed by a major label and just DJ parties for the rest of my life. Partying was a part of my life. I really, really enjoyed it. But then it also was turmoil for me. You know, there was this other avenues I took to get money, and it just wasn't really the right way. It got me in trouble, yada, yada, yada.
As I sold the last bag and got locked up, they won't let me out. They won't let me out.
But it was just kind of snowballing. It was kind of an effect to where, let's say I would get in trouble and then I would fall back into the same, you know, habits again. It was something that I didn't really know no other life to live, but if it was partying or, you know, selling drugs, you know, there it is. I said it. I used to sell drugs. I used to sell a lot of drugs, okay? But at that time, like I said, 31 years old, I hit a breaking point in my life where I was just tired of the life I was living. I was miserable. I was unhappy. I can specifically remember the day it was when I just said, you know what, I want to get some sort of animal. I need some sort of snake. I need some sort of escape. Like, you know what I mean? I had my dogs at the time, but I needed something to bring my energy into. Okay, because as you guys can see, I have a lot of energy. My energy is wild. I mean, my energy is on top. It's all over the place. So I needed an escape. I need to go ahead and somehow channel this energy into something positive, because what was going on in my life at that time was not positive. From, you know, the things I was doing to the, you know, the girl I was dating to, you know, some of the friends I had. It just wasn't a good fit for me, but I didn't realize that, and I couldn't get away from it. I could not escape from it. So, 31 years old, I remember specifically the day where I had a gig to do down in Guadalajara, Mexico. So Guadalajara, Mexico, I was supposed to head down with a group of friends. A couple of us were supposed to DJ. This was something that I had booked in advance. I already had plans to go, but I also knew in my mind what kind of trip it was going to be. It was going to be a hardcore party trip. It was probably going to be something where I wasn't going to sleep. I already knew what I was going to get myself into, okay? So the light turned on in my head. I really asked myself, do you really want to feel like crap? Do you really want to have to try, you know, fly somewhere where it's not even going to be really a vacation? You're just going to be struggling staying awake. I don't know. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of hurting, you know? Nobody said partying was easy. And I can tell you right now, partying does hurt after a while. And I think after those 10 plus years of just partying my butt off, it was just, I was done. I was over it, right? So what did I do? I started looking at ball python. And ball python was my very first snake that I ever owned back when I was 6 years old. So I always had that ball python in the back of my mind. I always wanted a ball python. No matter what was going to happen in my life, I was going to have a ball python, right? I head on Craigslist and I type in ball python. You know, Craigslist was something I used to sell a lot of stuff on, not drugs. But I used to just, you know, sell things on Craigslist. So I figured, hey, maybe somebody sells snakes on Craigslist. Why not? Probably, right? So here I am typing in ball pythons, and boom, so you know, a bunch of options came up, but then one specifically came up, and it was a orange ghost Mojave ball python, and I did not know ball pythons came in morphs. I had no idea this was even a thing. I was just like, what the heck? I went and, you know, got the snake, got it from a guy, and basically fell in love with the snake and started researching other ball pythons, and that's when I came across a banana ball python from Snake Bites TV, which was Brian Barczyk's channel, right? Brian Barczyk, shout out to you, buddy. You're the whole reason why I started even researching snakes, because I came across your channel. Morphs, right? Ball python morphs. What the hell is that? I was going nuts. I was like, what? So many different things were popping up on the internet. I was watching so many different Brian Barczyk videos. This was the beginning stage of everything. I want to say this is about late 2015 going into 2016, okay? So I'm freaking out. I'm thinking, wow, this is amazing. I find out what a banana ball python is, and that's when I'm like, I need a banana ball python. I go ahead and search the internet. I'm looking for a banana ball python. Next thing you know, I find a banana ball python. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I got a banana ball python now. So now I have these two snakes, and who knows what they could possibly make, right? Well, then, guys, that turned into me finding out what a killer bee was, and me finding out what a bumblebee was, and that's where my addiction just, man, it just went off. It just went in a positive direction. I mean, yeah, instead of going out and spending money on what I was spending money on, I'm spending money on snakes and not going out at all. Whole world change. I went cold turkey on everything. I canceled the trip. I didn't go to Mexico. I bought the snake, bought the banana ball python after that. Every time I started buying the snake, I just started cutting more people out of my life. And I can't tell you what it was. It's just something I felt inside. If I feel something's right, I'm going to do it. I don't question it. I don't sleep on it. I'm going to do it if I really feel like it's the thing I need to do. That being said, I jumped a little too quickly because I didn't know about recessive and codominant genetics and whatnot. So people I tell this story to, I always tell them, look, do your research, slow your roll, don't get overly excited. It's been a problem I've had my whole life. I'm an overly excited person. I get very, very excited. So it's just my personality. Hell, take it or leave it, right? Slow down. Take your time. Do your research, because there's no rush in this, man. It's easy to kind of get yourself buried in a hole versus, you know, slowly building your empire. So always do things the right way. Take your time, and that's my suggestion. That's basically what it was, guys. I mean, I just was so fascinated with these genetics and what they can do, and then after learning what recessive and codon was, thanks to a lot of breeders out there who just kind of took me under their wing and kind of taught me what was up, led to what it led today, you know. Also have to give props to the people who put chondros into my life and the emeralds and stuff like that, because that just elevated the hobby for me. I'm not just a ball python collector or breeder. I have over 10 different species of snakes that I work with in the trap, okay? That's where it's at. That's where I'm at. That's why my addiction's here to stay. I'm finally into something that's a positive thing for myself. It's brought nothing but positive things into my life, and I will tell you right now, another huge aspect of me being where I'm at right now is to my significant other, Lily. Love you, babe. Thank you so much. You're literally my ride or die, and I don't know where I would be without you. I would say half of it's the snake game, half of it's Lily for sure. Okay, 75% is Lily, 25% is the snake game for sure. Okay, but those are my two biggest rock of motivations. I love them so much, and nothing's gonna stop me from getting to where I want to go as long as I have those two in my life, right? I'm positive, man. I'm doing good. My life has come a long ways from what it was. And that's why I have so much energy. And a lot of times you guys see me on story, my energy is always on point. It's always up because I'm doing something that I love, literally doing something that I love. And it's not getting me into trouble. And that feels good to not get in trouble. You know what I mean? You can get in trouble like most of my life. So here I am, not getting in trouble, just having a good time. Really living the dream. It's not just a quote, I'm really living the dream. Whew! You guys tired of hearing me talking yet? And if any of you have a really cool story, you drop down a quick comment. Let me know what brought you into this. This is just a question I've been asked a lot lately. A lot of people come to me and ask me what got you into the game, and this is how I figured, you know, why not make a video of it? Now document it, that way the story's out there, you know what I mean? If you want to know the story, just click on the link. Yee! Alright, so that's done. Story time's over, guys. So, the next announcement. Bet this is what you guys were watching this for, right? The next announcement is coming up is where we hit 1,000 subscribers, okay? I know we just hit 500, but guess what, guys? We're going to be getting the ball rolling here really, really quickly. And we're going to be hitting that 1,000 subscribers pretty quickly. Once we hit that 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away Snake Trap production that was produced here at the Snake Trap in 2018, my very, very first clutch. I held back all 5 eggs of my very first clutch. I had 4 females and 1 male. And guess what I'm putting up for grabs once we hit 1,000 subscribers? A milk snake. Nope, just kidding. No milk snakes. Definitely no milk snakes on that. I'm going to be giving away that male, that fire yellow belly, okay? This thing is no joke. We're going to take a look at it right now. I'm going to show you some shots of it outside. But this snake is fire looking, okay? He's just under 600 grams. He's just about ready to breed. Really good eater. And he's been under my watch ever since he came out of the egg. You know he's in good shape. You know he's ready to rock. That's for dang sure. All right, so let's check out this fire yellow belly that I produced. Let you guys check it out, and then we'll come back. Oh no, not El Chingon, not the Ivory Pewter. Fire yellow belly. Let's see. Here's. So we're gonna take him to the daylight real quick. All right, so check them out, guys. Here is the 2018 male I produced. Very first clutch ever. Here's the yellow belly, and he has fire in him as well. So if you know what to do with this guy, he could do some work. But other than that, he's a really cool animal. He could even be a really cool pet, but definitely would be a really, really good breeder as well. All right, let's get to 1,000, guys. Let's do it. Who wants him? Legit, right? Fire looking ball python production that we did here at the trap. 1,000 subscribers, and this is going to go away to a lucky subscriber out there, okay? So make sure you let your friends and family know. Make sure you tag them below, and make sure you leave me a comment and whatnot. And more importantly, make sure you're following the Snake Trap Sessions page on Instagram, and make sure you're following the Exotics Cartel page as well on Instagram, okay? All that information is in the description below. But yeah, this guy's no joke, and he's ready to rock and roll, guys. I'm pretty excited to give this guy away to the 1,000 subscribers once we hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, okay? If you have any questions, please reach out to me. This guy's bad, man. I mean, yeah, guys, it's a wrap from the trap. Just wanted to go ahead and give you guys that quick story, and I wanted to go ahead and give you guys the next announcement details, because the first giveaway was so awesome, and I know the second giveaway is going to be just as great. A little disclosure I'm going to explain real quick, okay, guys? If you win this animal and I don't know who you are, right, I'm going to need some sort of proof that you're capable of keeping a ball python and you're able to afford to feed it and whatnot. These aren't a lot of maintenance, but you'd be surprised at how many people don't understand the what it takes to keep an animal like this thriving. So this is something that's dear to my heart. I produced this snake. This is one of my first things I ever produced. So I'm going to make sure it's going to go to a good home, okay? So that being said, if the next giveaway winner is somebody I don't know, I will need some sort of proof that you're at least the age of 18, or your parents do approve that you get this snake and that you're able to take care of the snake, you're able to afford to feed it and whatnot, okay? Yep. Next giveaway, 1,000 subscribers. We're going to get there very shortly, guys, because you guys already know what's happening on Fridays. That's that podcast that we're dropping this coming Friday, the very, very first Snake Trap Session podcast with my secret co-host that I'm going to announce, and I'm very excited to finally tell you guys who my secret co-host is. We got a winner on who guessed who the secret co-host is. I'm not going to announce who that is, obviously, because you have to go to the podcast tonight to make sure that you see who that secret co-host is. But shout out to the winner out there. I'm going to go ahead and drop the winner's name on tonight's podcast so you know who guessed right. But we'll catch you guys tonight on the podcast, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's West Coast, California time. And then we're going to go ahead and, chop it up, guys. It's unfiltered reptiles. We're going to talk about anything we want to talk about. And more importantly, I'm going to introduce you guys to my co-host. I'm going to let my co-host get, some stuff in to say, because I mean, he has a lot to say. Let's just put it that way. And this guy is somebody that you're going to want to listen to because he's been in the game, thick in the game, highly respected in the game, and I highly look up to him a lot. I'm just so happy he's going to be a part of this with me. Plain and simple, because it's going to be bad. But yeah, guys, you know the details. 1,000 subscribers. Once we hit that mark, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. So all my new trappers out there, like I said, subscribe to the channels. Anybody you refer to the channel, make sure they subscribe to it. You got to make sure you follow us on Instagram. So follow the Snake Trap Sessions on Instagram and follow Exotics Cartal's page on Instagram. All that information in the description below. But once we hit 1,000, this boy's getting shipped out. But yeah, guys, it's a wrap from the trap. Catch you guys later. Yee! Who wants them? Somebody take this from me.